Imagine, you are inside a dream, where time moves slowly, and every sound turns into a story. Keep your eyes closed, and let us begin. The river had never been this silent before. Even the birds stopped singing. The fish hid deep in the muddy water. The wind slowed down as if it was afraid, because that day, 2 crocodiles were angry, very angry. In the heart of a wide, peaceful river lived 2 powerful crocodiles, Raka and Kalu. Raka was strong, fast, and proud. He believed the river belonged to him. Kalu was older, wiser, but equally stubborn. He believed he had protected the river long before Raka was born. For many years, they lived on different sides of the river, never crossing each other's path. The river was big enough for both. But one hot summer everything changed. The river began to dry. The water level dropped day by day. Fish became fewer. The banks cracked under the burning sun. Soon the once big river turned into a narrow stream. Now there was not enough space, not enough food, not enough peace. One evening, Raka swam toward the center of the shrinking river and saw Kalu resting there. Raka growled, his eyes burning with anger. "This is my side," Raka snapped. "Go back." Kalu slowly opened his eyes. His voice was calm but firm. "This river belongs to no one. I have lived here longer than you." Raka's tail slammed the water loudly. "I am stronger now. Leave or fight." Kalu stood up slowly. His old body still carried strength, and his eyes showed no fear. "If fighting is what you want," Kalu said, "then fighting is what you will get." And just like that, the peace of the river was broken. The next morning the fight began. The water splashed wildly as the 2 crocodiles clashed. Their powerful jaws snapped at each other. Their tails hit the water like thunder. Fish fled in terror. Birds flew away. Even the other animals stayed far from the river. Day after day, the fights continued. Sometimes Raka would attack first. Sometimes Kalu would strike back. Neither wanted to give up. But something strange began to happen. Both of them were getting weaker. Their bodies had wounds. Their movements slowed. Hunting became harder. Still, their anger didn't stop. Instead, it grew stronger. One night, after a long and painful fight, Raka lay on the muddy bank, breathing heavily. His body was full of cuts. He looked at the sky and thought, "Why am I fighting so much? But no, cannot lose. This river is mine." On the other side, Kalu lay quietly, exhausted. His old body was hurting more than ever. He whispered to himself, "This fight will destroy us both, but I cannot back down now." Days passed. The river became even smaller. And then, something unexpected happened. One afternoon, dark clouds gathered in the sky. The wind grew stronger. Thunder roared. And suddenly, heavy rain began to pour. The dry land drank the water. The river slowly started filling again. Life began to return. But Raka and Kalu didn't notice. They were too busy fighting. During one fierce battle, both of them locked their jaws onto each other. They twisted and rolled in the water, using all their remaining strength. But they were too weak, too tired, too hurt. Suddenly, both of them lost balance and got stuck in the thick mud at the bottom of the river. They struggled to move. But the more they struggled, the deeper they sank. For the first time, fear replaced anger. Raka tried to move his legs, but he couldn't. "Kalu," he said weakly, I can't move." Kalu also struggled but failed. His voice trembled. "Me neither." The river was rising, but they were stuck. If they stayed there, they would drown. For a moment, everything was silent. Then Raka spoke again, his voice softer than ever before. "Why did we fight like this?" Kalu closed his eyes. "Because we were blind with anger." Raka took a deep breath. "I don't want to die like this." Kalu slowly opened his eyes and looked at Raka. "Then we must stop fighting and help each other." It was the first time they spoke without anger. The first time they listened. Carefully, Kalu said. On my count, we both push in opposite directions. Together. Raka nodded weakly. 1, 2, 3. With all their remaining strength they pushed. The mud loosened slightly. Again, Kalu said. 1, 2, 3. This time they moved a little more. Again and again they tried. And finally, with one last effort, both of them broke free from the mud and swam to the surface. They gasped for air. Life. Together. The rain continued to fall, and the river slowly returned to its full size. But something else had changed too. Raka and Kalu no longer saw each other as enemies. They rested quietly on the riverbank side by side. After a while Raka spoke. I was wrong, he said. This river is not mine alone. Kalu smiled gently. And I was wrong too. Fighting you only made things worse. Raka looked at the flowing water. We almost died because of our anger. Kalu nodded. But we survived because we worked together. From that day on, the river was peaceful again. Raka and Kalu shared the river. They hunted separately but respected each other. And whenever anger tried to rise again, they remembered the mud. They remembered the fear. And they remembered that working together saved their lives. Glowing Star Life Lesson. Anger can destroy even the strongest, but understanding and cooperation can save everyone. Sometimes letting go of ego is the real victory.